I remember being anxious when I was quite young. I was scared to do a lot of things that other kids felt was quite normal to do. And as I got older, it got a little bit worse, and I was, missing out on parties and things with my friends and my colleagues. And then when I was in university, I experienced, a few bits of anxiety, and it got a lot better after a while, and I was leading what you'd call almost normal life. And then when I started my first job, I started having these extreme attacks. They'd go on for a day or two, and then they disappear. But it was causing a lot of problems in my life, and it was really difficult for me. By this time, I was really suffering, and I was having to spend a lot of time at the doctor's trying to get some reassurance. My panic attacks, they were getting so bad. I was terrified to leave the house. It was really frightening. My mom, the only place I would let her take me was to the doctor's and back, and it was just really terrifying. The doctor put me on some anti-depressants, and I stayed on them for about 3 weeks, but I just couldn't stand the side effects. They were really awful, so I had to go off. After things got really bad, a friend told me about the Linden method. So I ordered the method pack, and I started work on it right away, and the relief was instant. I really related to Charles's story, and that helped so much. I felt like a great weight had been lifted off my shoulders. And now, 3 months later, I only have memories of my panic attacks and my anxiety, and that I just can't thank you enough for that.
I'm Charles Linden. When I discovered what we now call the Linden method, my life turned around within days. And unlike the treatments I'd tried before, which were hard work and often frustrating, and often didn't feel like they were getting me anywhere, this was effortless. As you can imagine, I became very excited about the possibilities. I went from being housebound to working again within 2 weeks, after nearly 8 years of panic attacks and acute anxiety, agoraphobia, insomnia, obsessive thoughts and nervousness. I was free again. The funny thing was that I wondered why I'd spent so much time with this condition, when the solution was so clear and so simple. It all happened so naturally and very quickly. I would jump out of bed in the morning, excited about what the day would bring, instead of lying there, looking for symptoms, making plans of how not to do anything that would make me feel more anxious. This is the same experience that my clients have too. They say it's almost like turning off the faucet. The anxiety simply stops flowing. For me, it was like switching on a light after years of darkness. I've described this technique to long-term anxiety sufferers, and after implementing it immediately, they've never experienced panic attacks again, and their anxiety faded away, along with the obsessive thoughts and all the phobias. Isn't that what you'd like for yourself?